What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today's video, of course, Wednesday college basketball. Just like every day, I'm going to go over each game against the spread. So if you're new to my channel today, definitely hit that subscribe button. I do think today's slate, however, it's a pretty good one. I think it's the last day to where it does still pay dividends to be a little extra careful. We still get some scenarios where some lesser quality teams have kind of slipped through the cracks. And they are still in the cards for some of these games. You know, you look at tomorrow, you look at Friday, you kind of have the bulk of the bigger conference tournaments, but they're quality teams, right? I mean, once we start getting into the back end of these tournaments, pretty much every matchup is going to be a quality team versus a quality team, and at least a decent level of predictability. And that's when I'm going to be throwing out some of my bigger plays. These are my numbers coming into this Wednesday slate. So I've had a tough little 7 to 10 day stretch. I've cooled off. Basically didn't lose a single day, just gaining dozens and dozens of units over about 3 weeks. Now I cooled back off. So now I'm ready to get hot again, ready to finish off the rest of college basketball season strong. So out of all the games, guys, if you are interested in the ones that I'm actually going to personally bet, you can get those picks. The link to my website, you can see there, danspicks.net. That link is right in the description of this video if you're interested. You can get a week of picks, a month, whatever you want to do. Of course, I bet NBA playoffs. Of course, I bet baseball. Both of those are right around the corner here. So look forward to that in the near future as well. But let's stick with it, man. Let's keep grinding here on college basketball. Coming off a 2-2 day, I posted the results like I always do in my community section here on YouTube. So if you want to look at odds or more specifics on my plays and results like that, scroll through the post, man. You're always welcome to do that. Let me pull up Pickett Sports here. There it is. Wednesday. Yeah, I really do. You know, I'm not just saying this to try to act like I'm some fucking wizard. Like, it's just common sense. Like, here we are on Wednesday. You know, this is going to be a fun slate. We have a lot of games. We do have some good games in the mix, you know, power conference stuff, but it's like the last day, in my opinion, to where I think there's going to be some crazy volatility still. I think we get games that just have a really wide range of what could happen. You know, betting on a sports game is always a guess, right? People ask me, you know, do I have a computer model, or do I look up analytics, or do I, you know, base most of my stuff off trends? I just fucking guess, right? I'm human. I just guess. And I think when you're guessing on games kind of in these rounds of the conference tournaments, you just have a wide range of what could happen. And that's why my bets are still going to be a little bit on the small side, just kind of standard, you know, 1 unit stuff. Richmond and Davidson, man, first game here, 11:30 in the morning. Holy cow. I also wanted to ask you guys, well, I might just do it anyway, but let me know in the comment section if you're cool with this. I think I'm going to switch my upload time. Now that we're into day basketball, right now we have days where our basketball games are going off at 11:30 in the morning. I was going to switch my upload time actually tonight, like the night prior. So as soon as all the games are available, the lines come out, I'll just record the video, get it out to you guys, kind of like what I've been doing on those Fridays where I was getting at those Saturday prediction videos ahead of time, instead of just uploading it in the morning. Because if obviously tomorrow, you know, this video today that you're watching right now was uploaded at 6 a.m., this game is at 11:30. So that only gives you guys 5 hours to, you know, get my opinion on these games if that's even of interest. So let me know. I think I'm going to switch at least for the rest of March Madness. Once we get back to NBA, maybe I'll go back to the morning slot. But I think for March Madness, I think as soon as these lines are available, I'd like to just record the video, get you guys my opinion, of course, on every single game against the spread, and just hit upload, man. So if you would rather have like a midnight upload time so you guys can, you know, watch my video at night or whatever, let me know in the comment section. But we got Richmond and we got Davidson, and I think we got the wrong team favored. I think Richmond's live. I'll take 6.5. Virginia, Georgia Tech. I'm going to go Virginia. I think the wrong team's favored again. It's basically a pick 'em. That's not saying much. But I'm going to go Virginia. I like a couple of their shooters on that team. I think offensively they at least have some potential. I'll go Virginia in this one. Look at the under in that game as well. Cincinnati, Iowa State. Nice win by Cincinnati. I did bet on them in the last game. They covered the big number there. I don't know, man. I think they're going to get killed. This is basically a home court game for Iowa State. Iowa State undoubtedly has the #1 home court advantage in this conference tournament out of the Big 12. Kansas State, Kansas, you know, not too far behind, but I think the crowd's going to be ripping here. I always worry about Cincinnati's offense. I do typically like them in spots like this. I've told you guys a lot of times before, typically I want Cincinnati as an underdog, right? Getting a lot of points versus better competition. So they can just kind of muck up the game and, still lose at the end of the day, but get us a cover, get us a ticket that's cashed. I don't want to trust him, man. And this Cyclones team, I just feel like everyone's forgotten about. I know the BYU game was really, really tough to watch, and it still kind of seems like any given day they can kind of fall flat. They're just still so much better. The roster is, it's just still so wildly better than the Bearcats, and I don't know. Give me Iowa State. I think they're going to absolutely roll. South Carolina, Arkansas. South Carolina was able to get themselves a couple of wins down the back end of the regular season, and I think that's all they're going to get. I like Arkansas here. The money line obviously up to minus 180 now. If you were smart, you would have grabbed that when it was in the minus 140s when it came out. I think I know somebody who did that. But at a spread of 3.5, 4.5, I still like Arkansas. I think they win comfortably. I'm thinking this is a upper single digit win here for Arkansas. I expect them to win the game by maybe 8 to 10 points. South Carolina offensively, when they're not at home too, it's a recipe for disaster. So I'd have to go Arkansas here. I think 3.5 is still reasonable for a much better team with a lot more to play for. Charlotte and Rice, I'll take the points there. Wyoming and San Jose State, I'm going to take the points there. Fordham and Rhode Island, I'm going to take the points there. Grambling and Southern, I'm taking the points. Give me that 7.5. Notre Dame and North Carolina, I'm not taking the points. This should be a blowout. North Carolina needs this game like blood. They're going to need more than this as well, but this is at least a start for them. And you could probably make an assumption that maybe the system is rigged to try to get them into the tournament, the household name that they are. So maybe this is a style points game, right? You win and you win with, with emphasis, not taking their foot off the gas. I think they're the better team by a mile. There was a very, very close game between these two in the regular season. But I think currently these teams are just not quite on the same level. And, I get it. Duke really stuck it to North Carolina in a game they had to have. And, that was a little bit disappointing to see. I thought they'd have more fight in that game. It was competitive for a little bit. I think they're going to kill Notre Dame. I think they're going to kill them. I think they'll have a good crowd. I think Notre Dame was extremely lucky that a ref wanted to be a hero in what looked to be a rigged game to give them a win over a bad Pitt team. So I don't think they're going to be as fortunate here with the officiating. I'll go Tar Heels. I think Tar Heels roll, win by double digits. Colorado, West Virginia. Well, I love West Virginia. I'm happy they're in the tournament. They're up to a 9 seed. Good for them. Are they going to win this game? I think so. Are they going to win it by this type of a margin, though? I don't think so. Give me Colorado. A little bit of momentum here. You're going to give me 7.5. I don't trust West Virginia to win by this type of a margin, man. Asking them to win against anybody by 8 or more just isn't common, right? So I think they can gut this out. They can find a way to win the game. Javon Small, maybe something clutch at the end. I just don't trust them to win and cover a number like this. So I got to take the points with Colorado. Texas, Vandy. Texas needs the game. They need the game like blood. Fortunately, I don't think they're going to get it. I don't think they're a good enough team to beat Vanderbilt. I'm going to go Vandy. I'm going to go on the money line. Northwestern and Minnesota. I am going to go with Northwestern again on the money line. I don't want to get in trouble here laying points in what should be a close game, but I think Northwestern has a couple better clutch players. I still like a few people on that team. Some decent experience, so I'll go Northwestern. Butler and Providence, pretty good game here. I'm going to go Butler, though. Butler should get this one done. Providence showed a little bit of life down the stretch at times, but looked pretty bad at times as well. Butler, a lot of close losses this year, but just a little bit more consistent overall. I trust them here. They're going to get this win, so I'd be looking at them at minus 120 on the money line. Fresno and Nevada, I'll go Nevada. They should kill them. LaSalle and UMass, I'll go UMass. Money line that one. Lamar and McNeese State. I'm going to go McNeese. Should be a blowout. Iowa, Ohio State. I think this is an Ohio State spot. I think Iowa was extremely fortunate to pull off just a miraculous upset the other day. I like Ohio State. Ohio State needs the game. Better team, reasonable number. Iowa, man, I think they're just going to lay down. I don't like this Iowa team. I think they're soft. I think they're mentally soft. When the shots aren't falling, they just kind of crawl into their shell and really just get killed here. So I could see Ohio State winning pretty big in this game. I like the guard play, the toughness overall for Ohio State. I think 4.5 5, 6, 7. I think all those are reasonable numbers for what I think is the better team here. So I'll go Ohio State. Maryland Eastern Shore, Norfolk State. I just don't know. I'd probably lay the points. Rider, Quinnipiac. I'll go Quinnipiac there. Rider with a nice upset, but that's probably the end of the road for them. DePaul and Georgetown. I think you got to look at DePaul in this one, as crazy as that sounds. I'll take the 3.5. UTEP Liberty. I'll take the points. Air Force UNLV. I'm gonna lay the points. I'm gonna lay the big number. LSU and Miss State. I'm gonna take the points with LSU. I do think Mississippi State survives, but I'm not even really confident saying that. So I think this one will be close. Kind of just a grind out game. I don't think either team is super, super talented offensively. So I just have a hard time believing Mississippi State, not even on their home court, is going to be able to get this type of margin on LSU. I think LSU can win the game outright. So I got to take 9.5. Navy and American. I'm going to go American. I'm going to go money line. Cal, Stanford. I'm going to go with Stanford here. Cal off the was it an upset? Well, it was, it was a whatever. It was a double overtime game versus Virginia Tech. I don't want a team after that. Give me Stanford. K-State and Baylor. I think I'm going to take the points. I feel like Baylor will survive. I think Edgecombe and just some of these players on the Baylor team is going to be able to somehow make a bucket in the clutch when it counts at the end. I just don't think it's going to be by this margin, man. Kansas State, obviously, if they want to make the tournament, they got to just win this whole thing. And they should have pretty good fans in this one. I worry about the rebounding in a game like this for Baylor. So I'm going to look at Kansas State getting 6.5. I think it's pretty much just a one-possession game. USC and Rutgers, I think the line's pretty telling here. USC got beat pretty bad by Rutgers just a couple short weeks ago. I watched that whole game. I'm on them. I thought they were the better team. I thought it was a really, really sloppy game. They couldn't hit open shots. What's his face on Rutgers there? The really good player going to the NBA. I want to say Harper. It's not Harper. It's whatever. You guys know who I'm talking about. It's a really good player on the Rutgers roster, and he had a huge game, man. I have faith in the coaching staff here for USC. I think Musselman is going to have a decent game plan. Take the one or two decent players of Rutgers out of the equation, and I don't think they're going to be able to score. I think there's plenty of people, aside from Yates and the main guys on USC. I think there's more offensive potential on USC. You're given to me at a pick 'em price. I think it speaks volumes that Rutgers beat them handily the last time they played, and yet here we have USC actually as a short favorite. So I don't think the books are handing out free money. I'll go USC there. Coppin, South Carolina State, lay it. Sacred Heart and Merrimack. I'm going to go Sacred Heart. Give me 3.5. Florida A&M, Jackson State. I don't know. No line available. Seton Hall and Nova. I worry about Nova just getting sleepy. I know Nova's winning this one. I don't like Seton Hall's offensive potential at all. But I think Seton Hall can be scrappy. I worry about Villanova winning by margin. Villanova is a team that I want, just give me them versus, Marquette. Give me them versus UConn. Give me them at almost a pick 'em price or, like a one possession type of a spread. 10.5, 11.5. Hate to do it because I really like this Villanova team. I like Wooga Poplar. I like Dixon. I like the guard play. Like, I don't know. I like Villanova. I just don't like the number. I got to go Seton Hall. I'll take the points. Bakersfield, Santa Barbara. I don't know. Utah Tech, Utah Valley. I just don't know. Do you guys know? Put it in the comments because I don't know. I've never watched one game from either of those teams this year. So I don't know. I'm honest, right? I'm here every day. I tell you when I win. I tell you when I lose. I give you the numbers on the screen. I tell you everything about everything you want to know. And I'll tell you when I don't know a game. That last one, no clue. Florida International, Jacksonville State. Give me the points. Give me the points. That's an ugly one. Sooners, Georgia. Georgia's been playing pretty good ball down the stretch. My gut says Oklahoma, but I just think they're not going to be able to get it done in the end. I'm going to go with the toughness. I'm going to go with the team that is less skilled, less like recruited talent, but just tougher, and I think wants the game more. I don't think they're going to lay down. Somehow, some way, they find a way to win. -150, money line Georgia. I think they're going to win. even though Oklahoma needs that game. UCF and Kansas. Here we go again, man. Kansas Jayhawks laying a huge number on a year they've struggled. Give me Kansas, man. Give me Kansas. Look, UCF, they hung in there at the Fog. They also got blasted at home. So what's the tiebreaker? I think Kansas wins by 15, 12-15. Cuse, SMU. I think Syracuse is live again. Told you guys Syracuse over Florida State. They won the game outright. Look at the money line. 8.5 is ridiculous. I'm going to go Syracuse here. I'll take the points. UT Arlington, Grand Canyon. I'm going to lay the points. Cal Poly, UC Davis. I'm going to go ahead and lay the points there with Cal Poly. Maybe just look at the money line at 150. Montana and Northern Colorado, the last game, and there is no line available. I would imagine that's about 3.5. And I would take the points in that game. I think that one will be competitive, but I like Montana to pull it out. So there you go, guys. There's Wednesday. Let me know in the comment section your favorite plays. Working on some new computers, some new stuff. Sometimes the recording quality of these videos lately it just hasn't been what it used to be. The StreamYard software and stuff like that. I'm gonna have to upgrade a few things, make these videos a little bit better for you guys. So hopefully you appreciate that. And as always, see you in the next video.